ago, I played cello for a tour of Jane Eyre. It was super nerdy and awesome. And we went around, we spent a lot of time on a bus, unsurprisingly. But like, don't get me wrong, this bus was awesome. It was a rock star bus. Like, that actual bus usually took around Black Sabbath. And for the tour, it was taking around us. And so like, we'd pull into rest stops and people would get so excited. They'd like get out of their cars, and they'd get their cameras, and they'd grab their whole families, and the doors would open and out would waltz the cast of Jane Eyre. I feel like I just got used to being a letdown. But it was great, but what it did was it forced, the cast was really small, so it forced like 9 of us to spend a lot of quality time together in a very small space. And I feel like when you spend that much time together with people, you come up with really bizarre ways to pass the time. And we came up with this thing called the Dead Game. And what the Dead Game was, pardon me Sarah, but I'm going to use you as a dummy. Someone would pretend to be dead. So let's say Sarah was pretending to be dead. You don't actually have to do it. I'm just going to use your name. So Sarah would pretend to play dead. And it could be in the middle of anything. It could be like in the middle of a rehearsal break, or a movie, or pleasant conversation. And she'd just pretend to play dead. And I would notice. And so I'd be like, Sarah, you okay, Sarah? And like get everybody's attention. And then I'd be like, Sarah? And then I'd shake her violently. And she'd like keep her body limp. And she'd just shake around until finally one of her arms, thank you, yeah, would flop over and reveal, like, you know, her dead face. And then everyone would scream, because everyone would be on board at this time. By this point, everyone would scream, "Sarah's dead, you guys!" Ah! And they'd run around and scream like crazy people, and that was the game. That's what we did. And so we went on tour in January, played the game a whole lot. And then in April, we had my first, and hopefully not my last, paid vacation. Where some people were like, oh, I'm going to go back to New York and audition for things, and some of us were like, well, screw that, we're going to rent a vacation house in Florida and do nothing. And so that's what I did. And we rented this little house on this island called Little Gasparilla, which was even smaller than we thought it was. There was no bridge out there or anything. We got there like late at night, and we had to get on this like little like creepy swamp boat that this local guy drove us out there on. We were like, we're going to be raped in a swamp. It was fine. That didn't happen. I was so excited. Like, I personally was so excited to be off that bus, even as awesome as it was. It had like couches and a TV and bunk beds. It was awesome, but it was also great to be outside. So that first day that we had on Little Gasparilla, I spent the entire day out in the sun, drinking margaritas. And so by that night, I was pleasantly drunk and severely dehydrated. And I was talking to another friend from the cast, and I don't know, we were talking passionately about something stupid, like dolphins or something, I don't know. And he was going on, and he rolled a cigarette, and he was like, oh, you want a cigarette? And I was like, oh, I don't usually smoke, but I took one puff of the cigarette, and maybe because it was unfiltered, or I don't know why, it went straight to my head, straight to my head. I was like, I have to sit down. And I put my arm out to like make an effort to sit on this chair that was maybe like 5 feet away. And I guess like my reaching looked really dramatic, because when I fainted, because I did faint, Chris immediately, like as soon as I hit the ground, was like, Debbie, are you okay? And like everybody in the house over, like, Debbie? And they shook me, and I did indeed like shake, and eventually one of my arms flipped over on the ground. They're like, Debbie's dead, you guys! Ah! And they ran around and screamed like crazy people and abandoned me unconscious on the floor of this porch. So when I finally like came to, it took me a little while to be like, where am I? And then it took me a little longer to be like, why am I alone? And the worst part of this, I feel like, is that I don't bruise easily. So when I broke my fall with my face, I had nothing to show for it. So I was like, you guys, I fainted and you left me. And they're like, oh, funny game, Debbie. I was like, no, really. All I had was like this tiny little burst blood vessel in my eye. Like the rest of my face just hurt and didn't show anything. It was the worst. Anyways, that's my cautionary tale.